What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and we're going to talk about isolation today. Not just isolation, like this whole situation with Miss Rona and how it's affecting me and the people closest to me. Like my bestie, my roommate is currently in his room,
Probably asleep.
so that's why he's not here. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video talking about my experience, sharing some of AJ's, as he's an essential worker, so he's still going to work. I know a lot of people are tired of hearing about it. They come to YouTube for an escape, to think about something else, and I tried to do that with my last two videos talking about the Tiger King. This has been, so far, I'm on my third week of working from home. I'm on my
And it's driving her insane.
It is because I am an extrovert. I am an extrovert to the highest degree. AJ knows. I love
She's very extra. Vert.
I love being around people. I love being with people. I'm a social butterfly. I love going out, doing things, going to parties, throwing parties, just being outside. I'm a very outdoorsy. I love hiking. I love camping. I love going to the beach. And what?
What did it say on your shirt?
Optimist.
Oh.
Which feels apropos because I am. I love to be out and about, and I love to talk. That's why I have a YouTube channel. It's been hard for me because I was already struggling with loneliness before all of this happened. We moved out here in July, as we've stated before, end of July, and I haven't had the opportunity to really make any friends other than my bestie and my roommate. I've met certain people, but I haven't had the opportunity to hang out. I haven't had the opportunity to really go explore where I live or LA. I think we went to LA once and spent a few hours down there and then
Well, I
came
mean,
back.
unless you include the times that, all three of us have driven down.
Well, yeah, like that one time we went specifically for tacos, which was a good time, but that was only like I think we spent more time driving down there than we spent in LA that day because we had to come back.
True.
But I haven't really gotten to know where I am because I don't have a vehicle yet. So I was really struggling with that, wanting to be more social, but I had put that on the back burner because I had different priorities. Work was really my only source of interaction, social interaction. And I didn't realize how much that meant to me until I started working from home. And it's rough. It's rough. I woke up this morning wanting to cry. Like, I went to the bathroom, sat back down in my bed, and had tears in my eyes, and I honestly couldn't tell you why. I know a few people I follow on Twitter have felt the same way. They just feel like overwhelmed, whether it be with anxiety, their depression is kicking back up. They just don't know what to do. I've been in the space of I'm going to feel what I feel. I'm not going to suppress it. I'm not going to push it to the side. I'm not going to say that I don't feel what I feel. I'm not going to engage in toxic positivity, but I am going to do what I need to do to make it through the day. I am going to do what I need to do to lift my spirits, to keep moving forward because I do believe that better days are to come. I'm thankful that I have that foundation to be like, I'm recognizing what I'm feeling. I know where it's coming from. So here are the tools that I have to respond in a healthy way to that. That's a response that I'm seeing a lot of people have too, is, being in the house, they're just like, I want to eat all of the things. I'm normally not like this. I am normally like only hungry at certain times, but since they're locked in the house and they're bored, they're just like, I want to stuff my face all the time.
That's like what I told my mom on the phone. It's like I imagine, day two. Chips. No, I ate all the chips. Cookies. I ate all the cookies. That lint over there kind of looks like cotton candy.
Thankfully, we have all types of food and snackums within the house, and I've been, I won't want to say good, but I've been mindful enough of my hunger to not overeat. So I'm
That's
thankful
good.
for that. Yeah, thank you.
That's good. That's good.
How
Clap for her.
how have you been feeling with all of this? Before I get into my tools, how have you been feeling as somebody who still is going to work?
Fine. Well, the company that I work for is considered an essential business, so they are still open. Whereas the company that I work for, who does security escorting and stuff, we remained open because Northrop Grumman contracts Servicon.
Right.
So today, for example, I consider myself fortunate that I was able to go to work because I know a lot of people have been let go, furloughed, and things like that, and it makes money a complication because even though the world is shut down, the bills have not.
They still expect to get their coin on the 1st, the 15th, the 30th.
Yeah.
So
And actually, I spoke to my Uber driver on the way home today. We were talking about this very thing about the concern for money and the bills still asking for their coin. Certain places, they like mortgages apparently have said, okay, well, you don't have to pay your mortgage. We can give you a break for the next 3 months because of the quarantine and the struggles, because they are real. But here's the next real part. At the end of the 3 months, all of those bills have collected, and you still have to pay all of that money that they want from those missing 3 months. Then, where are you going to get that money if you haven't been working for 3 months? It's a complication that just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I think if you're going to stop the world, you might as well stop the bills too, because nobody's going to be able to pay them.
right.
But I do consider myself lucky to be able to work and still, pay my bills. Like we just had rent that was due today, so I was able to pay that. And I know not everybody is that fortunate, so I consider myself very lucky and very blessed. It's also dead during the day because half or more than half of Northrop's people are not at work.
We're working from home.
They're working from home. Normally, we would actually be overrun with deliveries, and we'd find ourselves like almost feeling like we're understaffed. Because let's say in a regular day, I could take anywhere from 10, maybe 15 runs, and that's just me alone.
Right.
Because sometimes they'll come back to back. Today, I took 4.
Thank you, because that actually gives me a good segue into what I'm thankful for. That's actually something that's been helping me to keep going, is remembering, like you said, that I'm in a better position than most, if you think about it. I still have my job. I have the capability to work from home, so I'm still receiving a paycheck. I get paid on Friday, actually. I'm thankful that I have my roommates. I do not even want to contemplate how I would be if I didn't have at least this little bit of social interaction every day. If I lived on my own, I'm pretty sure it would be a lot worse for me. So I'm incredibly thankful for the both of you. One of the things that I've kept doing, and I started doing this at the beginning of the year, inspired by my good sis Amanda. We actually did this back in we actually did this back in 2016, funnily enough. And so I didn't do it for I decided to start doing it because the last 2 years had been so great. I wanted to show my gratitude to the universe. And I think it is these times where it is important. Again, I'm not trying to spout any toxic positivity.
Toxic positivity?
Okay. What toxic positivity is, if you don't know, is, you remember Inside Out?
Yeah.
So you have Joy, who's just trying to make it happy all the time.
Yeah.
And at the end, you find out that you need sadness. Like, so you need to experience all of your emotions to be a well-rounded and have a balanced human experience. Toxic positivity is like when you're going through something bad and somebody says only positive vibes, don't talk about it. The more attention you pay to it, the more the more power you give it, and just be happy, just be happy. It's that don't worry, be happy mentality.
It sounds like those people that are just keep smiling through it all until they crack.
Well, yeah, it's basically, again, going back to Inside Out, that scene where the little girl is telling Riley is telling her mom that she's like, I don't really like it here,
Yeah.
and her mom's like, yeah, but put on a brave face for your dad.
Yeah.
That type of thing. You have to allow yourself to feel what you feel, but like I said, it's also important to find those little bits of light, to find those moments of joy, to find those things to be thankful for. And on my Facebook page, I put up at least one thing that I'm thankful for every day. Yesterday, I had 3 different people to be thankful for. And it doesn't always have to be people, it doesn't always have to be an event. It could be, I had some ice cream and it was amazing. I'm really thankful for that. It could be, I heard a song that I hadn't heard in a long time and I got my groove on. Like, it could be something as small as that. And it's really been helping me through this, because you start to look for things to be thankful for and you live your life a different way, and it really does change your perspective. But for me, it helps keep it balanced. And this is kind of difficult to talk about because I don't want to make it seem like I'm above or to shade any of our friends or our family that still live in New York City. But at this moment, I am grateful to be here in California than in New York City, because right now that's the epicenter of the pandemic in the US.
Especially the borough that we used to live in. Queens.
There are more cases in Queens than there are in Manhattan. To keep it 100 with everybody, I know that I would be damn near destitute if I was still in New York. I would probably have it because I know 7 people who have it or have had it, because people live in such close proximity in New York that of course it's spreading as fast as it is there. And without adequate testing, you have people that are sick who don't know it because they're not exhibiting symptoms, and they're just passing it to everybody.
Not just the people who live there, but also all the tourism that goes through New York City. So who knows, not just how many people stationary in New York, but how much it's spread because of the people that were just visiting.
I'd probably not have a job. I probably would have been laid off, because I have a friend who actually just left the company, but she still talks to her former colleagues, and they were put on mandatory work from home. Even though I'm in the same role here as I was there, I did not have the ability to work from home at my former job. So I probably would have been let go. The ability to save money in New York City did not exist. So I probably would have been out of a job. I probably would be homeless because I wouldn't have been able to pay my rent, because I do not expect the people that my former landlord to be the type to do a rent freeze for anybody that was affected by the situation. I do not know where I would be if I had stayed. One of my friends I've known her way back from like high school. She posted yesterday. She was one of the people I was thankful for on Facebook. She posted that she was grateful that I left New York when I did. And that was something that I had been feeling since all of this began. My situation would be dire if I was there. And she's like, this just cements the fact that you were meant to leave. And I feel that in the deepest parts of my soul. So, how do you think you'd fare if you were still there?
Well, I'd probably be isolating myself a lot in my room. Because, What?
I was just gonna ask, how's that different?
Well, I'd be doing it to avoid certain interactions. When I lived in New York, my family depended on me a lot for numerous things. So even though my brother lives there now in the house. As I understand it, Jeremy has been doing a lot of the grocery runs and stuff, so Grandma can stay home
Yes.
because she, is up there and she's not feeling in the best of ways.
Yeah. She's definitely high risk.
Yeah, she's very high risk. And I guess kind of mom now too.
Yeah.
She's not as young as she used to be,
Mm.
but yeah. Plus, even though I lived in New York, I worked in New Jersey, and as I understand it, as I touched base with my old boss, they pretty much closed down the office to everybody except Peg, the CEO, who lives a block away, so she'll still go in. But everyone else, if they can work remotely from home, that's what they're doing right now. I've seen videos that people have posted of how barren the subway system is now because barely anybody is commuting anywhere within the city.
Those shots of empty Times Square looks like the beginning of It looks like the beginning of I Am Legend without all the foliage. It's creepy, but it's for the best, and it won't always be like that. I have full faith that it won't always be like that. And you're high risk too, dear. And both of my roommates they're both diabetic. So I worry about them every day when they leave the house.
And it's okay, because this diabetic gets a serving of pancakes every day when he comes home.
So, go into how we are getting through this. I'm gonna start with you.
Don't start with me.
Yeah.
Don't start with me.
No, like how are you? What do you do? Because you are at work, and I know it's much slower for you. How are you keeping your spirits up through all of this?
Well, it depends on what I'm actually assigned for that day. If I'm doing regular truck runs, I do have, family, friends, and people very close to me that I get to chat with throughout the day via text and social media, so that does keep me busy and my spirits up. Sometimes I might doodle a little bit if I can. Because that distracts me. I also have my 3DS, so sometimes I'll play a game or two if it's really, really slow. If I am on assignment, like watching people work outside, then I know my focus has to be on them and nowhere else. So I will have my MP3 player. Yes, I have an MP3 player. And a wireless speaker that I charge when I know that I'm on assignment, and I will play music in order to keep me entertained while I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay. And what about when you're home, like on the weekends? Because you have not had your boo with you.
I know.
My heart goes out to the people that are in relationships that don't live with their partners. I'm a single person, so I don't have to worry about that. But my heart goes out to the people who are in love and can't be together right now.
I terribly miss mine. That is true. And if he sees this, Eric, I miss you. And I can't wait until this whole thing is over because as soon as everything opens, Six Flags, we have roller coasters to ride. We got to do that. Wait, what was the full question again?
When you're not working, like when you're home on the weekends.
When I'm home on the weekends, I got YouTube.
Like you said, you've got your games.
I've got my games that keep me busy.
Need to hook up the Wii.
I do. I will hook up the Wii to the television.
Because Tay wants to play some Mario Kart.
Yes.
How I've been getting through this, since I'm the one that's been in the house the most, I was fortunate enough to catch a live on IG by John Mayer. He does this IGTV show weekly, or he did, which he calls Current Mood, and he had stopped for a while because he had been on tour.
I'm sorry.
He had been on tour, and was like he was going to come back to doing Current Mood in a couple of months, but he decided that now is the time. He has experience being isolated because he had vocal cord surgery a few years ago and needed to be by himself, on complete vocal rest. So he gave out some tips, and I think it was either the first week or the second week that I'd been working from home that he did this. And what he had said was get up, shower, and get dressed every day. Because if you're just in sweats all day, you start to equate it with being on vacation, and you aren't productive, especially if you work from home. You aren't going to be productive because your brain is in vacation mode. So the thing that I've been trying to do to the best of my ability, and I'm not able to do it every single day, but most days I'm able to get up, shower, do my makeup, and put on a cute outfit. And he also said keeping your space tidy. The feeling when you're done cleaning and when you see your space tidy and organized really does help your mental state. And actually makeup has been
I can apply it for you.
No, we're not doing that again. Unless you really, really want to. Unless you really, really want to do another AJ Does My Makeup video.
I don't think your
Tell
eyes
them
would
what you
survive.
want, what you really, really want.
Creating content has helped because it's a creative outlet. I spent all day, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. I spent
The Tiger King thing?
Yeah, I spent the entire day working and editing that video. Other things I've been doing, I have alarms set on my phone. When I was at the office, I would take 4 20-minute walks around the grounds to try to get my 10,000 steps a day in. But since I'm working from home, and everything is so fast paced in my department, I don't want to be away from my computer for that long. So what I've started doing is having 20-minute dance breaks instead. I'll search a song on YouTube, have the music video play, and just start dancing. I'd pretend I'm at a party or pretend I'm performing on stage. It has done wonders for me.
It's a pity that you can't do this on these probably because of the copyright from the songs, right?
Yeah, like people have asked me to do that on Facebook and IG, but Facebook and IG is now owned by Facebook. So they like to copyright claim songs. It's like, you can't upload this video because of this copyrighted material that you don't own. It's a headache.
What if you did it live?
No, they've done that too.
Oh.
Because remember, back in the day, I used to do Monday night dance parties. And this, as soon as Facebook would identify a song, they'd be like, oh, we're going to stop the video and you can't repost this because there's copyrighted material here. So there's that.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. And also, as I said, I take pancakes out for walks. And I set my alarm, I take her out, then come back in, have a dance break. Haven't been doing it this week because Corey has been home and she needs her time with her daddy. But Corey goes back to work tomorrow, so she and I will resume our auntie and furry niece bonding. With those walks, we'll both get much needed fresh air. Another thing that's been helping me is setting goals for hashtag when this is all over. Do you have any goals for after the Rona?
Eat out.
This is PG-13, sir.
I meant restaurants because they're going to be open again, right? Right?
Yes. Eating at restaurants.
Eating out at restaurants and food trucks and chains, oh my. But yeah, I mean, just getting out in general would be nice. I like, as I mentioned before, I like when the three of us are able to like drive down to LA, and even if it's for like the smallest little thing, going to the city is always fun. I'm looking forward to, as I said before, Six Flags, because I love theme parks and roller coasters.
All of us are going to have to celebrate our birthdays inside. My birthday is tomorrow.
And mine is the 25th.
And Corey's birthday is May 2nd. So we're likely all going to be
in a non-escape room.
Well put, well put. Have any specific goals?
Hopefully, this quarantine thing will end like what, June,
Yeah.
if not May.
Yeah.
So with everything, I'm sure everything will take time to get back to normal, even after the quarantine, like places opening and being able to travel and whatnot. Because in July is my grandmother's 85th birthday.
Right.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
So I would like to be able to go see her and celebrate with her on her birthday, and hopefully things will be more so back to normal by then, if not before.
Right. That's actually one of my biggest goals. I'm booking flights to visit my family in New York and my friends in New York City. So I'll probably go with you that one time.
I do have a goal.
Yes.
As soon as everything is open and semi back to normal, including the DMV, I want to take the tests necessary to get my license.
Yeah.
It's-
I still have not
Okay.
transferred my New York license to a California license. So that will definitely be one of the first things done. And hopefully I will have the money to get my car. Because after this is over, I will be hard pressed to stay in this house both Saturday and Sunday of a weekend. Absolutely not. We'll be in LA for an entire weekend, just exploring and eating and living it up, because that's what I wanted to do for my birthday. And I do not have the opportunity to do it now. But the minute I have the opportunity to book a hotel room, it's on like Donkey Kong. And we also have friends that live in San Francisco that we want to visit.
True.
And we also have friends in Vegas that we want to visit.
True.
So those are definitely going on the docket. I'm calling them. I'm like saying, hey, get a calendar, throw a dart, pick a weekend, and that's when we're coming. Point blank period. Because I'm done being away from the people that I love for an extended period of time. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video was, one, to vent my feelings, to help people feel that they're not alone in this. What you feel is normal. It's healthy. This is a crisis. This isn't something that we have really lived through before. So it's normal to feel anxious. It's normal to feel sad. And this is a time for empathy of the highest degree. I have seen so many people poking fun at people like me, people who are extroverts, and it's mainly been introverts. And I've had to let a few people know about themselves, because I've seen people that I thought were my friends going, haha, now extroverts will learn the pain that introverts feel living in an extrovert world. It's like, listen, now is not the time for schadenfreude, all right? Now is not the time. Why would you wish for somebody to feel pain? There's so much pain as a result of this. Why would you want to compound that? Why would you want to throw that in somebody's face? This, for me, is actually harmful to my mental health because I'm an extrovert. Yes, Skyping with my friends. I have friends that I haven't talked to or held a conversation with for more than 5 minutes, FaceTiming me. And it's helped because I still have that interaction. I try to spend as much time with my roommates as possible when we're all home. It's maddening to see that, and it's saddening to see that you could just make light of another person's pain. I have tried so hard to make sure that, and I know it's not personal. I know these people are not saying, haha, now Tay has to feel this. I know it's not directed solely at me, but because I am who and what I am, it does feel personal. But I've tried so hard with my more introverted friends to assess how they feel, assess their comfortability, be like, hey, do you have the emotional or mental bandwidth for me to talk to you for 20 minutes at a time because I need to vent? Do you have the emotional or mental bandwidth for me to spend time with you? If we are with more than 3 people, is that going to be a problem for you? I've always tried to be that type of friend after I understood how being introverted and being around people can be draining for somebody. So I've always tried to have that level of sympathy for others. And if you're doing that, stop it. what we really need now is more understanding. We've always needed more understanding in the world in general, but now is definitely the time for you to be like, let me not be a dick and just extend my love to my friends who might not be doing well mentally with this. And huge thank you to those of you who don't even know me that well, who have never broken bread with me, who have never heard my voice other than through this YouTube channel, who have said, I can call you, I can slide into your DMs whenever I want to. It has helped me so very much. Even if I haven't done it yet, if this goes on, it's for us, I think the stay-at-home orders are until April 30th. So at some point I will reach out to you. So thank you for extending that grace to me.
And for those of you who are doing this whole like na 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 extrovert thing, I'd say pow pow. But some people might like that. So no pow, right? No pow pow for you. No pow pow for you.
And to the people who are not taking this seriously, like people who are still going to the beaches in droves, people who are
Spring breaks,
people who are still throwing house parties,
snacking on toilets,
like to especially celebrities who have thousands upon, if not millions of eyes on Vanessa Hudgens. Shut the hell up. I'm glad you saw the error of your ways. Evangeline Lilly, stay the hell in your house. She said something like, most people value freedom more than they value your life. You won't be free if you're 6 feet in the ground because you died of the Rona, okay?
she will be free from that body.
She will have shuffled off this mortal coil because she was like, I just have to go outside. It's my God-given right to go outside. That is the most selfish shit. Sit down. Wrap yourself up in a blanket, read a book. The longer people decide to defy what's best for everybody, the longer this goes on. I don't know what's not clicking. She said it, I'm gonna mention her again. Miss Trisha Paytas, sit down. Stay in your house. Saying that it's just the flu, and then you went on to compare this to HIV? What is wrong with you?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, and shut up. Shut up. You and your habit of spreading harmful misinformation, it has to stop. It's not cute. It's not funny. I know you're doing it for views. I know you're doing it just to be a troll. And don't tell me you're not, because I do not believe you, and neither does anybody else. Stop it.
Damn.
Just stop.
I can't believe anybody would say.
She did.
Okay.
Have Sesame Street released some videos about how to wash your hands. I don't know.
That was adorable. Have
We
you seen them?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have Samuel L. Jackson on Jimmy Kimmel reading Stay the F at Home, which is hilarious. It made my day. We have people redoing the entire Do Re Mi scene from Sound of Music to convince people to stay at home. It's fantastic. I am in love with all of the art that is coming from this.
The creativity, actually.
I
that goes into
applaud
it.
it.
It's pretty good.
But the reason it needs to be made is because you don't listen.
I'm sorry, what was that you
You
said?
don't listen.
One more time for the people in
Because
the
you
back.
don't listen. Do you think I want to do this? I just spent a full 5 minutes telling you how much this hurts. I know how hard it is to stay at home. I know how hard it is to... My family is on the East Coast. I have not seen them since June of last year. I know how hard it is to be away from family. I know how hard it is to be your friends. All of my friends, except for these two here, are on the East Coast. And I swear, if you dumbasses keep me from seeing them until December, I'm gonna whoop some ass.
Ooh,
My nephew-
somebody's ass.
My nephew turned 16 at the end of June. I have missed my two elder nieces' 16th birthday. I will not miss his.
Wait, how old is he gonna be?
He'll be 16, and my niece's 12th birthday is in September. I do plan on being there for hers. You people will not keep me from my family. Stay the hell in your house.
Now I know.
Unless you are an essential worker,
Yeah.
sit down and stay home.
This is only a video, so they can only see and hear us. But I hope y'all felt that, because heat.
It just makes me so mad that people are so selfish and so self-centered that they'd be like, I'm gonna go out and do what I need to do anyway. Screw these people. It's only killing old folks. It's only killing people with underlying diseases. It's killing babies. It's killing healthy people. It damn near took 2 of my friends in New York. It's serious. And you know what's sad is that the people don't realize the severity of it until it hits them. Until it's one of your friends, until it's your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your grandmother, your grandfather, your favorite cousin. Until it hits you.
Just surreal to them.
Exactly. I didn't need for it to happen to somebody in my family for me to feel it. The minute I was told, if you have the ability to work from home, do so, I did. Figure yourselves out. Stop thinking about yourself for once.
What about yourself?
What about yourself? Yes.
And stay in your house. So in conclusion. In conclusion, I would like to leave you with some positivity.
I'm positively gonna whoop your ass if you don't stay in your house. Hallelujah.
Stay home.
Yeah, that was for all the pastors who are like, we gonna have church. God can hear you from your couch. God can hear you from your bedroom. Stay home.
And if you really are concerned about your congregation, how about just live streaming the service from your home? Well,
Exactly. But just do a Zoom. I just can't. So what I'm going to say in conclusion is that I know there are people out here in these streets who are saying that everything happens for a reason. I used to believe that. I also believe that sometimes things happen without reason. Sometimes things are just pop up randomly, and there are things beyond our control, and the only thing we can control is how we deal with those situations. So finding the healthiest way mentally, physically, spiritually,
socially,
for you to get through this is going to be the best. If you take the tips from this, if you watch the videos on YouTube that are popping up about how to work from home, how to maintain a routine, if you learn how to meditate, just anything that can help you get through this in a healthy way, please do it. It's vital. I do believe this happened for a reason for me personally. I think there are things that I needed to sit down and reevaluate without all of the distractions I had when I did have the ability to go out. I remember watching a documentary about Lisa Left Eye Lopez right before. It was a documentary filmed in the last days of her life. And she said that all struggle is a preparation. So I believe that even though right now I'm struggling, it's setting me up for big things. If that helps you, please take that. If all you do is get up and put on a clean pair of pants, that's an accomplishment. Please find the strength to rejoice in the little things, and we will all get through this. I will be live streaming for my birthday tomorrow, so I hope that you join me. I believe I'll be doing it 4 p.m. Pacific time, so it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me. I'll be turning 38. I may drop a video that day as well. We'll see. Thank you for joining us today. AJ, thank you for being in the video. Corey, thank you for your off-screen commentary.
I do.
And thank you again for watching. I know there are a million videos you could have watched today. I humbly thank you for coming to Slay. Wash your hands, wash your ass, stay the hell at home. Later.
that didn't rhyme.